Alright, here we are in another Stormgate cast. I'm Algorithmor, and this is going to be Bang Bang Fire in the blue Infernal. Now, Bang Bang Fire, I believe, is an alt for Andreas. I think at least that's the common wisdom on the map. Now, his opponent, wait a second, flying his arc ship at the side of the map like a sneaky sneak, is Archangel, aka Aureil Stormgate. So this is also an alt count for Aureil. And yeah, sneaky, sneaky. Where are you going, sneaky buddy? We do have our first array here at this sort of secret third. Okay, he's just going to the natural. I think he's just trying to keep it hidden from the Hexen that's scouting out. That was just an interesting route to take to the natural. And Aureil doing what I know Aureil to do, which is build arrays. That's why his name is Aureil, I think, and not Aureil or something like that. Is he likes arrays. Lots and lots of arrays. And we'll see. That first game I cast today, we saw like 8 arrays before a creation chamber, and that's ridiculous. But maybe we will see something along those lines. Although we are on Titan's Causeway, which of course is a shorter map. So playing that really heavy eco play to start out is a little bit greedy. But so far as power banks, I don't see a creation chamber yet. And this looks like a creeping power bank here. There we go. There's our first creation chamber. Morph core out. Doing some tanking. And some fairly standard Sovereign's Watch creeping. And are we going to see Argents come out of this, or is it going to be into maybe pre-production? We'll see. Now, what's Bang Bang Fire up to here? He's gone Gaunts, it looks like. So, yeah, so it looks like this was a conclave into a shrine with now a vault after the shrine has been created. And the initial Gaunts looks like 4 Gaunts and some creeping. No ritual chamber. Oh, is that a ritual chamber? There we go. There's the ritual chamber right there. So that timing there, the reason why I was sort of looking for that ritual chamber is your first 50 Ethereum might go into building Gaunts. If you're really greedy, you might only build 2. But then your next 50 can go into building that ritual chamber if you're hoping to get Plague Axes, for instance. And then you do want to save up, I guess it's 50 now, it used to be 100. Another 50 Ethereum to research those Plague Axes. So it's Ethereum expenditure, budgeting, and so on in the early game for an Infernal player, especially when you're trying to play the Gaunt style here. And now Bang Bang Fire, aka Andreas, is, well, I mean, this is fairly standard for an Infernal. Try and steal the speed camp of your opponent if they haven't creeped it yet. Get that extra income, get that extra speed bonus. Now, he doesn't push out, which is also somewhat standard to take that and run in. I mean, that's how I play against Celestial. I like to be a little bit pressure, but he's pulled back. He's got a single Fiend here harassing, and then actually he's chosen to go for this camp here. This is an interesting choice. I feel this is early for my timing. Not that I know what I'm doing, I'd say Andreas knows. And that's just because I would lose so many units here. And he did lose a good number of Fiends, and a couple Brutes went down. But maybe that's a fair trade. Maybe that's worthwhile for the income. And then the Ethereum, remember I was talking about Ethereum budget. So maybe, you know, sacrificing a few Luminite based units to get more Ethereum is a good trade. And we see Andreas here up to Greater Shrine and already going for a Twilight Spire. So it looks like we might be I mean, that might be drop play, as we saw with some of Dutch's recent games, but it might also be for some Spriggans, so we'll see. And actually, Andreas, interesting to see that his style is to not be aggressive. He's just going massively on the camps. And of course, I've never played Andreas, so I don't have a lot of his replays. I've cast 1 or 2 of them. But it's interesting to see that his style, even though he's so dominant on the ladder, is not to, like, you know, rush every game. For instance, that's something that Harding does with his Celeste. He does have a lot of his wins from doing some early Argent pressure. But it looks like Andreas maybe focuses more on just trying to get creep income, map control, maximize his economy that way. What do we see here? Oh, we do have a Shadow Cleft over here, so we will be seeing Spriggans with another Twilight Spire going down. This is an interesting placing of the buildings. I wonder if there's something about that. Maybe it's about vision. Sometimes you want a building over here so we'll see vision for someone attacking from that angle. It's possible that's his strategy there. And ooh, I really like this. This is an older style, and I haven't seen as many people do this, but this is a Therium shrine, a macro shrine, if you will. One of the reasons I really like that is extra imp production, and if you can speed up your imp production as an Infernal, that's usually good. And once again, it looks like Andreas is staying very active on the map. It looks like he also checked for another base here. What's that? A Morph Core. Looks like he chased Aureil off that base. And this Fiend is still going at it. Wow. Very interesting. Very interesting patience for Aureil to know that the DPS of that Fiend is so small that I can literally leave it for minutes. Here we have a drop underneath the prisms. One goes down. Another one goes down. The dropship is getting focus fired. Yikes. So Aureil goes straight for the dropship, and I like that because he knows that if he takes out the dropship, he gets all the gaunts. I was going to say for free, but not for free. He just lost an Argent. So they're not necessarily for free, and that might just be good control from Bang Bang Fire, from Andreas here. I didn't really like that. He didn't focus fire his units on any Argent. He had some of them attacking the array, but still getting some damage done. What's going on here? Spriggans find that Morph Core and take it out. So the Spriggans are on the map. The initial drop pays a price. This Gaunt's just like trying to waste as much APM of Aureil as possible. And here come the Spriggans. Immediately with the Sovereign's Watch. So incredible speed there from Aureil to get that off. What do we... retreated prisms. Okay, because they were the ones mining Therium there. And once again, it looks like right back to creeping. So this is an interesting style. I have to say it's not the most exciting style as a caster or a viewer to just watch someone kind of creep aggressively around the map. But it's interesting that this is the style that Andreas has adopted, given that Andreas is the top Infernal on the map. It kind of maybe speaks a little bit to the state of the game at the moment. Look at this Archangel. No, with the slow. Oh, no. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, it doesn't get any imps. Huge split. But there is another Archangel right here. I think he may... Oh, he got a good splat there. Nice splitting from Bang Bang Fire, from Andreas here. And is he going to get another one? Oh. I don't know if this harass... You know, he did get some good gaunts there. I don't like that the niche that Archangels have kind of found themselves in is I come in and I splatter your imps and then I suicide. It doesn't really feel like an Archangel unit to me. But I think we'll see that kind of stuff get adjusted. It would be great if it was more effective in a main army and Celestial players wanted to build it more. Luckily, I do know that Aureil, aka Archangel, as we see here, does love the Archangel as a unit. And that's why we're seeing him use it here. Although he does think that the niche of harass is kind of where it is right now, and I think Aureil would probably have much better, or might be able to articulate much better what a better niche for the Archangel would be, or what he would envision it for. Now look at these sprigs. They found these prisms finally. Still some ridiculous timing on the Sovereign's Watch here. Look at this! Holy moly! That's maybe the niche. We got 7 Archangels here. Holy, okay. And I don't even know what that does. Now, in the air, does they have a different... In the air, did they attack in a line like they do on the ground? On the ground, I think they have like this attack, at least if they're upgraded. Maybe. Like, does it... Basically, what I'm wondering is, does it splash onto all the Spriggans, or do they have to, like, punch one Spriggan at a time? I guess maybe we'll see if that encounter happens. There are a lot of Shadow Flyers out here, too. Of course, that's not... Yeah, you don't want a bunch of Shadow Flyers in the face if you're an Archangel. This array gets taken out, and the Spriggies retreat, because there's a lot of Argents there, and they got a lot of power, a lot of energy. Oh, the Archangels are trying to zone them away. Oh, punch you in the face, Spriggy. Go down, buddy. Yeah, oh, wow, that's kind of satisfying. So maybe we found a new niche for the Archangels. Punch and Sprigs. Take that, buddy. Although it did look like the Sprigs kind of fought back pretty rough. Like, that many Sprigs versus one Archangel, and it's just going to get, like, tore to pieces, I think. But, maybe it was just that there are, like, 8 or 9 Archangels there that makes it a kind of dangerous anti-air force. Well, look how many there are. I've never seen so many. Just as I'm like, Aureil likes Archangels. By the way, here are 12 of them. Splatter them! Splat! Oh, I love that. So many meteor strikes all going down. And now those Archangels just laying in the middle there. And look at them. They do have their upgraded attacks. So much splash damage. All of Andreas' army here just gone. Now, here come the Spriggans. They're up at top. Now, the Archangels can only attack them if they fly back into the air. There they go. They got their wings on. Oh, but they turn and run away. And like I said, I don't know. I don't really know here. I know that Archangels can punch the front 3 Spriggans, and they're going to die. But maybe the rest of the Spriggans just shred this. I don't know. I really do like this comp. I haven't seen this particular composition before. We do see a Vector here being added. Now, they are really nice anti-air. I don't know if that was just recently added or if it's been floating around here for a while. But they are pretty good anti-air. And I think they are going to become even better anti-air in the next patch after their range gets increased. I think that's what we saw, an anti-air range increase. Here come some Shadow Flyers. Ay, ay, ay. A couple of focus fires on the Archangels. And I like that they're sort of air zoning there, so they couldn't just fly right through those units. And the Archangels, I don't think they're winning this battle. I think they need their Argent and Vector buddies to help keep them alive. This is an interesting sort of almost all air battle now. It's Spriggans and Shadow Flyers out of Andreas. Here we go. He's got a ground army still. Look at all those farms. That's a nice matrix of farms out front. Look at this. Oh, okay. This one's not up yet. Long distance mining. Alright, the Archangels keeping watch as they creep out the Shadow Masses here. Are we going to get a little battle here? I don't know if I like the odds of that mag. I think that mag's just going to melt. Here we go. The rest of the ground force shows up. And is this just going to be a positioning battle? I love this. The Spriggy's going around. Trying to get a flank. Oh. Wants to pull Aureil back, and he does. Oh, I think that's a great strategic move. Pulls Aureil back. And now Aureil is chasing these Spriggans around. I wonder if Aureil should have pushed into the army there. He lost that base no matter what. Because right now he's got Archangels chasing this Spriggan. Oh, it's good zoning. But they're just speedier, so... Oh, more going down. I like it. Okay, so I've changed my mind. Chasing them around on the edge here was the right thing. And look at how many vectors there are now. If those vectors can get over here, yeah, and zone them out. Delta jump, I think they've already delta jumped. That's why they got that blue underneath them there. So pretty good harassing that ball of Spriggans to try and take him down. Getting a good number of kills. Those were pretty much all free kills. Oh, they're zoned in the corner again. Those poor Archangels are just not fast. More Spriggans out. That's not good news. Okay, didn't get picked off yet. Yeah, those vectors will get it. Oh, ay. See, the turning back again was a mistake. Should have regrouped the first time instead of doing another loop around. Although, I mean, there may have been another reason for that, which is to try and keep those Archangels and the rest of that army occupied while you build up your own army or you march your own army into good positioning, things like that. And this is a huge army. Lots of Gaunts there, but those Gaunts kind of look like they are Archangel food to me. In the sense that if they just stand in a big ball, the Archangels can just splatter them with their meteor strikes. Again, the Spriggy's out. So a lot of... At this point, we see that the play of Andreas has changed. He is being more aggressive. He's not just focusing on the camps, although it looks like... What's he doing? Oh my goodness. So many fiends. It's like a good old-fashioned Ling run by. So many fiends onto this array. And it goes down. Now Aureil, I think, has finally realized, okay, I need to push into this. And I think maybe 5 minutes ago when he was chasing those Sprigs around, he should have just pushed. But we'll see what happens here. I might be wrong. We'll see. He might just get deleted. We'll see what happens. Hellborn here. Taking a few pot shots at the Archangels. But here come the Archangels. And they're targeted on the Gaunts. And, oh, any meteor strikes. Bye-bye, Gaunts. Lots of Gaunts get melted. Although this is not looking quite as good as that last battle where the Archangels were really... destroying everything. Some of the Hellborns have gone down, and Meg goes down as well. So maybe the Archangels are not doing that bad. A lot of them are low, but they have cleaned up. And wow, there are still a lot of Argents and a lot of Vectors here that are able to help out. Hellborn in the back are doing a lot of work. Hellborn, of course, are a great unit against Argents. The Archangels want to just finish this up. So many of them are low. One of them gets killed by a Fellhog. That's embarrassing. But that's going to be a GG from Andreas.